How's it going, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, so in part 3, we're just going to get this track finished. Now, I've made some changes offline, so just done a bit of tweaking here and there. I've made a couple of notes as well, but now we're in a spot where we can add this piano solo and really get this track finished. Right, we'll go through each folder. We'll start from the top. So I've grouped up the kick and bass. So we've got the kick, the sub bass, and the bass guitar layer. And all I've done is added some compression on this folder. So this is it here. I use this all the time. A lot of stuff changes when it comes to a mix down stage, but I like to use this preset, Carl Kick and Bass Compression. So let's take a listen to it then. It's got 4 dB makeup. Turn it off. So that's that, and we've got some double kicks here. So we'll hear these when the track plays later on, but I might as well show you it now as well. Right, okay, so next hat. So we'll go in here. We've got the drums folder. I've actually put a drum bus on here to fatten the drums up, but we'll get to that. So we'll start with this. So the ride, yeah. So this is the same as the first video, so we can move on from that. Same as the cabasa. It's the same one from the second video. I'll play them both to remind you. So that's the cabasa. That's the ride. So the live open hat. That's the same as the last video as well. So we'll play it. Yeah, there we go. So the open hat's different. This is a 909 now. The other one was a little bit more live sounding. In the end, this one just sounded better. Sometimes I go for more of a live sound depending on the track. This idea just sounded better to me with a 909. We've got the live open hat here, so we've still got that feel along with the cabasa. So I'll actually play all 3 of them. Yeah. We'll actually play that with the kick and bass. And the edge shaker and tambourine, they're the same as the last video. So I'll play them to remind you. Edge shaker, tambourine. Let's add the ride. So this is all the hats here. The volumes aren't perfect. I can maybe drop that a bit. Right, so we're on the claps now. Now, these claps are both different. I changed them both. They are both still from the Soulful Jazz House sample pack. So here's the first one. And the second one. Put them both together. Yeah, so that's it. And I'll play that along with the hats. So we'll play it from here. I actually deleted the snare. We've got the snare perk here because I really like what that was doing. But we had the snare happening on the clap as well. Yeah, I just thought it was muddying the track up a little bit. So this is it here. And we've got that fill as well that we did in part 2. I'm going to show you this with the clap. So we'll leave the hats off. So we've got the off snare and the fill here. Play it from here. There we go. So we've got that house feel. So we'll try with the hats now. Nice, and I've used a snare roll. I've actually used the same snare as what we've just got there. Yeah, I've just made a snare roll out of it. So I'll play this. Got a filter on it. And we've got a drum fill here. Next, we've got top loops. So these are, again, I've just changed these tops. So I'll play the first one. Really nice. And the second one. Yeah, so they're really simple. And I'll play them both together. So we'll try that with the percussion, the claps. Play from here. Take these out. Got the same crash. I've just done some fills here. So this is the main breakdown. So we'll leave this fill here. Well, that's it for the drums. So they're the changes I've made. Right, let's play these drums in full along with the bass then. Much stronger. Definitely more housey. Okay, so we're into the music now. So I've made a couple of changes, nothing too drastic. So we have the brass stab and the string stab. They're the same as the last video, so I'll show you these. I think I'm going to reinforce this with the saxophone, so it's going to sound a lot stronger. But I'll play the brass. Yeah, good stuff. The string stab. Both of them together. Okay, so we've got the guitar fills. So the only thing I've changed here is I've added a delay. I've clicked this on 8 here and took some low end off. Feedback's at 60 and it's at 40% dry wet. I'll show you it because it sounded really cool. It was kind of a happy accident really, but it repeats nicely and it like kind of glues with the groove. So let's hear it. And that just plays and plays and fades into the background. Yeah, we've got this one here, so I'll show you this. It's doing the same thing, obviously. Really nice that. So what I'll do, I'll play the kick and the bass. And I'm going to play the electric guitar fill. But let's take a listen to that delay. So we'll just play it from here. Really cool effect that. Let's try the second one. Really nice that. So yeah, everything else is the same apart from that. So we've got the electric guitar. So we'll take a listen to it again. Nice. Maybe drop it one. Same as the piano, nothing's changed there. Sounds really good, and the string, it's exactly the same. We'll play this from here. So let's play everything up to now. Okay, really nice. So I've made some changes with the vocals. I've added 2 new things. One of them was just one of the spoken words that I did. It's one of the spare vocals. So this is it here.
This house.
Yeah, so I've added this in between the grooves just to keep the interest. So it goes here. We have the soul vocal, like the whisper, and then the main hook happens here. So you've got this nice 3-block thing happening. And the last thing I've done, I've kind of cheated here. This isn't in the sample pack. I've actually used this vocal swell before. I'll give it a play. I've definitely used this loop before on the channel. So that's it, it just repeats over and over. These are really easy to make. Like, you could end up making a better one. So find a vocal where the singer's really belting it out, and you can like capture these little sort of mini loops. I'm actually going to be releasing a free sample pack later this month, so I'm going to include this vocal sample just in case anyone wants it. Try with the bass. So you see what I mean? As you can hear, it's really taken the track to the next level there, and it's just as simple as a vocal swell or a vocal chop. So I'm going to play everything all the way through from this section here. So it's really coming together now. So the only things we've got left is effects. Most of them are the same as the last video. We've got a riser, so it's from the sample pack. It's in G. I've pitched it up to C. So I'll play this here. Got an LFO tool on it. We've got a reverb clap here, so this is just in the breakdown. Play it on its own. Yeah, so that only happens in the breakdowns. The final crackle, yeah, same as the last video, and the same as the sweeps. Okay, so I'm going to add this saxophone now. So we have this Monster Sax VST ready to go. I showed this in the last video, I'll play it again. Cool, you've got different presets here, so if you click this here, try this one. Okay, that's nice there. Okay, we'll keep going. Try the next one. That's nice. So you've got them trills there. Right, let's try this one. Cool, so we've got the growl noise there. So you can tweak all these here. I really like this first one here, so we'll go back to it. And I think I'm only going to add one note here where the brass parts happen. Let's get to these brass parts here. So I'm just going to add a C. I think I'll add the highest note, and it's going to reinforce this brass loop here. So this here. And so I'm going to press record and get this in. Right, so we've got that in, so we'll solo this. We'll actually get this in the music folder. Put that there. Right, so let's take a listen. Really like it. Perfect. Right, let's get this to audio then. So we'll freeze and flatten it. Okay, get this to here. Turn this off and drop it on the channel. I just want to hear it with the brass. We'll add the string. We'll double it up and get it here. And under here as well. Okay, there we go. I'll actually get some EQ as well. Take the low end off. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, great, so we can delete that. So on the last part of this project, we're going to get the piano solo in now. So I'm going to be playing the C minor blues scale here. I'm going to show you this pattern now. We'll go the other way. And we can do it twice over. I'm going to record a few takes here, loads of random stuff, and we'll just pick and choose a favourite, but I'm just going to be playing all the notes in that scale there. Right, so I'm going to hit record and we'll see how this goes then. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I've got this piano solo in now. So this is the first breakdown. And I've even got one in the main breakdown now. I'm going to show you all these notes and play the track all the way through. Yeah, so this took a bit of time. All I did was follow that C scale, the C minor pentatonic blues scale. Yeah, I've just trial and error figured things out, deleted loads of stuff, played way too many ideas, and just picked the best. This is how I went about doing it. So we're going to play the first breakdown now, and I'll show you this MIDI. I'll show you the MIDI first. It's quite simple, this first bit. It's only playing a C and a G, and we use this section in the main drop for our uplift. So I'll show you this on its own first, and then we'll play it with everything else. So just jamming off that C and G. Got a run there. So it's pretty much just jamming off C and G. This part here we're playing an A sharp as well, so it's like a triplet sort of thing. We're just playing faster here than doing the piano slide at the end. Play this from here with everything.
That's house.
So the first drop happens, then we get to our main breakdown. This one's a bit more complicated. I'll play it on its own like the other one. It looks too confusing there. So yeah, I'm going to break this into sections so you can see it properly. But let's play it on its own first. Yeah, cool. So that's the whole thing. I'm going to quarter this and cut it into sections, just so you can see the notes a bit better. So if I cut and join, like I said with the vocal chop, I'm going to give it away for free. I'm going to give the piano solo MIDI away for free in that free sample pack. So you'll be able to get your hands on this. So here's the first section. There's like a flick from A sharp to C, and then we're just running down the scale in triplets. And end on a C, C octave. We'll go from here. Right, we see the notes a little bit better on this second section. So here we go. But yeah, loads and loads of random stuff here, all within that scale though. Right, here's the third section. Yeah, it just repeats. Yeah, this is where we pick up the pace in the last section. So we're jamming off C and G again, with the odd F sharp in there to give it like a bluesy feel. So I'll give it a play. Speed it up. So let's listen to that piano solo with everything now. when it kicks in on the main drop, we've just got this piano riff here repeating. This is actually part of the first breakdown. So play this. That's all it's doing. With the piano. Yes, it's just giving it that lift in the main drop. So I'll play it with everything. And that repeats all the way through until we get to the outro. I was in two minds whether I had a solo here. I thought it might be a bit overkill. It may change my mind, but yeah, I'm quite happy with this for now. And all I'm doing in this bit here, like I said, was in the first breakdown. It's just this here, this C and G. We've heard it before. It sounds familiar when it comes in on the main drop. So I've bounced it to audio and moved it over here on the main drop. Yeah, so it plays all the way through. We've got the vocal swell here with the filter that comes in halfway. This is just keeping this groove going. And then we've got the outro here. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. So let's play this all the way through. Okay, so that's it, guys. So overall, I'm really happy with this track. I'm definitely going to mix this down and I'll probably make more tweaks along the way, but I'm happy with how it's turned out. So you can get your hands on Soulful Jazz House Volume 1 right now on my website. Got a whole catalogue of other sample packs for you guys to check out if you haven't already. It's a great way to support the channel and it just means I can keep making these videos. Yeah, I'm really wanting to grow the channel, so I'm going to be making loads more videos over the next 6 months. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Really hope you took something from it. And I'll see you very, very soon for a brand new video. Alright, take it easy, guys. Cheers.